everyone. We are live once again. And what are we doing? We're doing a focus on legal situations. So that can be, and I'll go through each, okay? I'll pull cards for different topics. So looking at anything from, is the house sale going through, or is that financial contract coming in, to custody issues, divorce issues, child support stuff, okay, so that kind of thing. Those are the kinds of situations that we're going to be looking at, okay? So let's see, what should we start with? Let's start with, what should we start with? Okay, we're good. So legal related questions. Let's look at inheritance. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to pull 3 cards. One's going to be the situation, second's going to be advice, and the third is going to be the outcome. Okay, so let's see. Anyone dealing with inheritance issues, so things being challenged, wills being attacked, no will type situations. Okay, let's look at inheritance. So everyone dealing with inheritance issues, where is it headed? Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, we do have the Chariot. So the Chariot is a victory card. It is talking about progress. There is a need to take charge of the situation. The Seven of Swords is under that. The Nine of Wands is on the way. Someone's trying to be very, very sneaky. Maybe a Cancer individual or an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Someone's trying to be very sneaky and get away with stuff more than what they're entitled to. In the current situation, we have the Ten of Swords. So obviously with the Ten of Swords, in terms of inheritance, there was a death, there was a passing. And if you are dealing with that, my condolences. In terms of advice on how to deal with the situation, we do have the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords tells you to get more information, to be careful who you trust, okay? To hold back, or someone's trying to push their will onto others or push people out. In the outcome, we do have the King of Wands. So the King of Wands he is a very fiery person, but either a fire sign, into this card, either a fire sign is the person who's going to help you reach your goal, or this is saying embody fire traits, okay, where we're taking charge, we're taking action, but we know when to move forward and we know when to hold back, because I feel like someone's again trying to bully other people out, or being deceitful, or just plain lying, okay, to get more than what they deserve. The Two of Pentacles again is telling you to wait, hold back and wait. So whatever the situation is, hold back and give it a minute, okay? Especially if you have like legal representation and that sort of thing, it's saying hold back, give it a minute. There's more going on behind the scenes, and you will have your results soon enough. Yeah, there is good news coming when it comes to inheritance, especially to do with either money or property. Okay, you have the Wheel of Fortune under that. There is a pause. Okay, things have slowed down a little bit, but give it time. Step back, give it time. Make sure that you've presented all the information that you were supposed to. Make sure you haven't omitted anything. You responded to all the questions or whatever the situation is. But know that it will happen quickly. For some, I get 4 days. For others, I get something around the number 7 or 8. Okay, where you don't know what's going on, but you're going to get the news of this is happening, this is going forward. Okay, and we did have the energy of the Chariot with the victory card there, okay? So let's see. Any other guidance for people waiting on inheritance issues to be sorted? Dealing with inheritance issues, any other guidance? Yeah, the Nine of Wands, the Knight of Wands, hold your ground, and the Knight of Pentacles. See, you're going to want to push forward. Page of Pentacles is at the bottom of that. You're going to want to push forward, or someone's trying to intimidate you or bully you, into backing out, not showing up, not questioning them, not challenging them, okay? But slow and steady, slow and steady. Make sure the details are important, okay? Make sure the paper is submitted. Make sure all the questions have been answered. Make sure all the information has been presented. And then just, I hear, let the people do their work. So let the judge or whoever do their work, okay? You might have to travel. Maybe that's why they're trying to intimidate you or push you out of the situation. They're hoping you're not going to travel because of what's going on in the world, perhaps. But the Knight of Pentacles with the Page of Pentacles is telling you to stay the course. Keep doing what you've been doing. Be patient with this. Let things play out. Make sure you've covered your bases, okay? In answering the questions, presenting the information, submitting the paperwork, whatever this is. And then let the system work, okay? Because you do have, see, a judgment made in your favor with money coming to you or property, okay? Again, I'm getting 4 days up to 6 weeks with this as well. All right, so hang in there. Hi, everyone. So we did people dealing with inheritance issues. What I'm going to do is move on to divorce. So people dealing with, I heard contentious divorces. What the situation is, what your advice is, and where it's headed, okay? And this is, again, for those of you who have been dealing with this for, the Hermit in reverse with the Devil. You've been dealing with this for a while, okay? Dealing with a very, very controlling, manipulative individual, maybe an air sign with the King of Pentacles here, maybe, and again, we have air sign, earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So we have earth there. The Hermit is the energy of Virgo. The Devil is the energy of Capricorn. You're dealing with someone who's very, very controlling. The fact that you took charge and either you filed for divorce. Hi, Witcher World Traveler. You're very welcome. So the fact that you took charge, or you're the one who filed, or you're the one who's not backing down, okay, angers them. It really does. There might be a situation where there were other people involved. There were third parties, and that's why the divorce was initiated. Yeah, a family was broken up. There was children involved, or there are children involved. They might try to control you or manipulate you through the children. So just be mindful of that, okay? Saying stuff like, you can't do this to them. It's making it about the children when, in fact, you're not doing anything to harm the children. You're actually thinking of the children's welfare, okay? And taking the actions that you're taking. But just be mindful, they might try to bully you, control you. Make it about the children, turn the children into a weapon, which is something that I know happens, and I hate it when that happens because they're innocent. But just be mindful that that's something that's coming up. Also, I hear don't rise to the challenge, okay? They're going to challenge you. They're going to test you. So they can take pictures of you doing stuff or something like that. So just be mindful someone's like spying on you, looking for a reason to take a picture and then present it to the judge to make you seem like an unfit parent, okay? So just be mindful of that. Let's headed. Again, you have good news. And or you don't have to move out of the home, or the children stay with you, okay, if that's what the situation is and they're involved as well. But there's good news to do with children, good news to do with the home, or a home, a piece of property, I don't know. What you have to do is not rise to the challenge, okay? Don't rise to the challenge. They will test you. They will try to, I don't know if you're kind of hiding or laying low, but they're trying to get you to come out of hiding and put you in compromising situations so that they can take your picture and show that you're unfit or something along those lines, okay? And I know we said divorce and it's turning more into a custody battle, but I know for a lot of people, they're very linked, very well, very closely linked, okay? Let's see. For people going through divorce where there are no children involved. Divorce without any children involved. Angels and guides show me for people going through divorce without children involved. They're going to try to hide the money is what I'm getting. Yeah, Six Pentacles. Not give you what you want. Not what you want, what you deserve. Not give you what you deserve. They're going to try to hide the money and deflect, okay? So be like, explain it away or pretend like they don't have that money or they don't have that property and it shouldn't be taken into account when you're dealing with the divorce. However, I feel like the judge will see right through that, or the legal representation you have, they will see right through that, okay, because you do have the sun here. So the sun tells you that everything will be exposed and everything will be put on the table. And the Page of Pentacles, again, tells you that you're going to have good news is coming to do with what is owed to you or what you deserve, okay? And again, I see the number 6, so it can be 6 weeks or up to 6 months of this being finalized. It might be the summertime for some of you, but that's only because it's about making sure that all the information, all the relevant information is gathered and you have proof for it before you submit, okay, if that makes sense. And if that's something you're dealing with, know that they're keeping stuff, they're trying to hide money, or they're trying to hide property. So get yourself a good investigator or a financial investigator. I don't know if that's the thing, it probably is, to make sure they bring everything to the surface, okay? Hi, Queen of Forces. Just joining, welcome. Left to raise and crucified, child support and custody. So yeah. Oh, I'm sorry to hear your daughter was in the middle. You're very welcome. Let's focus solely on like child support issues now, okay? Child support and custody. We saw that a little bit with the divorce and child support or children being involved, but let's focus solely on child support issues, child support or custody issues now. Let's see what's going on with child support and custody issues. What's coming up? Okay, so there's definitely fighting. If you're not doing the fighting, get ready to do the fighting, okay, to fight for this. You can have good news, but you're going to have to fight for it. Okay, I wanted one, but I got several. 7 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. The Moon, the High Priestess, and the Four of Wands. I just got a glimpse of something. Hold on. It's something to do with someone hiding what's going on in the home. So something that goes on in the home is being hidden or kept a secret. If that makes sense to anyone. The dealings. Or where you live. You could be keeping that a secret of where you live. And if you are keeping things to yourself, that's the right way to do it. Okay? That's the way to success. The King of Swords with the Devil. I feel like what this is, if you can afford a lawyer, go ahead and get one. If not, go to, what do you call them? Pro bono. Try to get a pro bono lawyer or a lawyer who will take your case pro bono, because I feel like that is a possibility. You just have to ask, or you just have to look into it a little bit, okay? The 7 of Wands is telling you to defend your position. Yeah, Queen of Forces, yeah, something like that. Either they don't know where you live, or if they do, they come by and stalk and try to see what's going on because they're so controlling. But yeah, see if you can get like a lawyer to take your case on pro bono. I also hear there's something where they're teaching other lawyers or they're teaching people who are just fresh out of law school. And if you would be willing to kind of let them join in on the case so that the lawyer does with it, the experienced lawyer still works on your case, and then the younger lawyer learns. So there's something along those lines, okay, if that makes any sense. Okay. Yeah, try that approach, Queen of Forces, and anyone else dealing with this. Let's see. It's going to be a little while, 4 days to 4 weeks, before you see, I feel like, an opportunity to act, whether that is filing, serving someone papers, putting it in front of a judge, or something along those lines. There's in between 4 days to 4 weeks that you have time to kind of prepare and put things together. This is, good news coming in, but again, you have to fight for it. You have to fight. You have to hustle. You have to hustle. Don't stoop to their level, but at the same time, protect your home, protect your space, protect the children, and keep focused on getting yourself there. Oh, thanks, Queen of Forces. Thank you so much for the super chat. Hi, Lisa. Let me do... Okay, so that's things to do with custody. Custody battles and child support, okay? Give me a question, Queen of Forces. What is it that you want information or guidance with? Because I feel like you kind of wrapped your head around the situation. You're kind of on top of it in the sense of, at least you kind of know which direction to go in, but where is it that you need some additional guidance? And then we'll move on to the next category. I also hear be mindful, kind of know where your children are. I feel like this is so like soap opera, but where someone pays off a nanny or someone pays someone else off that you leave your children with to either take them, kidnap them. I hope that doesn't happen, but I heard that. Or to just spend time with them and they're putting stuff in their head. Jesus. Okay. So I hear with that, I hear just your closest friends and family. If you trust them, that's the people you allow into your situation. Don't bring anyone else in, like a nanny or someone you don't know, or even if they come recommended, just make sure you double check, make sure that either no one knows that you're working with that person or something along those lines, because I feel like that's how someone's going to try to, like your ex or baby mama, baby daddy, whatever you want to call them, is going to try to get to the kids or get to you. So let's see. I'm going to pull some cards for you, Queen of Forces. Situation for Queen of Forces. Filing for child support and custody. Okay, here we go. I'm not sure what to ask. Don't need to pass them to no. Yeah. So, in the process of filing for child support, custody. What is it currently and where is it headed? Okay. Yeah, I can see he's very, very controlling. I do see a victory for you, though. What I want to say is, don't file until you're ready, until it's like solid case, if that makes sense. Because the way to do this is to kind of overwhelm him, or where he doesn't expect it. He doesn't see it coming, so he doesn't have time to prepare. Okay? Because you have the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Tower talking about acting fast, you have the Knight of Wands talking about acting fast, the Ace of Wands talking about taking action, legal action. Okay? The way to get what you want in this situation is to prepare, make sure you're prepared. And then when you file, it's solid, it's rock solid, because it just goes through the motion a lot faster. Okay, goes through the system a lot faster. He won't, because he doesn't know what you're doing or what you're trying to prepare and put together to kind of counteract, if that makes sense. Okay, so the way to victory, and I do see money coming your way, definitely. Okay, and again, you have 4 to 6 weeks, depending on how long it takes you to find support or counsel. It can be 4 to 6 weeks or 4 to 6 months before everything is final. But that's an approach. Okay. Yeah, so it looks like if you want this to happen, you need to really actively take action with it. I can see that you're dealing with a very toxic person, and I can see he's a bully and he tries to intimidate you to keep you put and keep you from moving on. I can see that. But things are happening in such a way, because you have major arcanas here. So things are happening in such a way for you that they're giving you a boost. The universe, your guides, your angels, they're giving you a boost to speed this up. You know what I mean? So I hope that helps. I hope that makes sense to you. Okay. Let's do the job. So the contract. Let's do that. Is the job coming in? People looking for a job, people that have been applying, people that don't have a job. Okay, I'm going to do people in a job and see if there's any other options coming in, or in a job and looking for other options. But now we're going to focus on people who don't have a job. Is there a job coming in? Okay, don't have a job and applying. Don't have a job and looking. Hi, Miriam. Okay, we can do that. Country. Hi, Kachow Diva. With paternity, isn't that something that they can, the court can make him take the test? Thank you, Queen of Forces. I appreciate that. So maybe that's why you need, maybe that's why a little more time is needed. Get yourself a game plan. Get yourself a game plan. Okay. And again, look into, I feel like it's a good option for you where, we'll look into that as well, Kachow. Look into either lawyers who can do things pro bono, or things where they train other lawyers. I don't even know what that is called, if it's a program or if it's a whatever. But honestly, just Google it or get onto some forums or something, and people will guide you in the right direction. I feel like that's a good option for you. So let's look at unemployed and looking for a job. Is that contract coming in? Okay, so there was the loss of a job with the 10 of Swords. There's the 7 of Swords and the 4 of Swords. I feel like someone's really, really in their head about this situation with the Tower. They still haven't gotten over the fact that there was a loss. And this happened unexpectedly. They haven't got over that. They might still be trying to get some money out of that situation that was lost. Okay, I don't know if they're trying to sue people or put a claim in or whatever, but that is something that is keeping you, if this is you, or I mean you watching, or someone very close to you, your partner, but they're keeping themselves stuck by not letting go and not accepting that this actually happened, and there's no way to go back. There's no way to turn back. Okay. But they're keeping themselves stuck. As long as they're still dealing with that, nothing else is going to come in. Okay. Now, if you can find a way to just get that, that's a very toxic situation. That's a very toxic situation. It might have been lies. It might have been people stealing stuff and blaming someone else, and that person lost their job. I don't know what it was. It was completely unfair and probably illegal. But I feel this isn't saying, sit down, take it. It's saying if you can find a way to pursue justice in that situation, but at the same time look to move on, then that would be better than putting all your energy into what happened, because that's going to keep you stuck and it's going to block your money flow as well. Okay. Let's see. I hear insurance claims. Let's look at insurance claims. I don't know if that's medical insurance or I don't know. Let's see. People dealing with insurance claims that are open. People dealing with insurance claims that are open. Okay. Death, Eight of Pentacles, Four of Wands, Ten of Wands, Eight of Cups. Okay, so it could be home insurance for some, or property you had insured, or something happened. Either someone got kicked out, or there was a car accident, or female issues, or pregnancy-related issues. If it's about health, there might have been a procedure, and now they're saying that it's not covered. Okay, where is that going to go? I feel like you will have success here, but you're going to have to meet them in the middle. Have asked for a specific amount. You're going to have to meet them in the middle. That means in order to be done with this situation, because you have 2 tens, you have the death card. In order to be done with the situation, you're going to have to meet them in the middle. That means compromise, and that means take a settlement. And that means less than what you're asking for. If not, it will continue to go on, and you will end up putting more money into trying to get justice in the situation than what it's actually worth. So in the end, it looks like if you were to fight for this until you're, what's the phrase? I can't remember. But if you're going to fight for this until you can't fight anymore, you might get exactly what you're asking for. But in the end, the amount of money that you put into fighting for it will be more than the amount of money that you're getting. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Yeah. So take some time to figure out how you want to approach that situation. What's your legal situation, Cachao? In short terms, if we can. I want to look at people dealing with situations where HR are involved. So again, something fishy is going on, being sued by a credit card company. Okay. Okay. Let's see. How's that going to go? Okay, well, I feel like they're really gunning for you. And they might try to go for your property. Either if it's take stuff back that you bought with that credit card or on credit. I feel like they're going to try to take that back. Or there's something around a move. I don't know if you're thinking of selling stuff. Thank you for the super chat. I don't know if you're thinking of selling stuff, selling property, or selling a house and downsizing in order to pay this off. But they I feel like they will go for property, especially if it's stuff you bought on credit. Let's see what else. What can Ka-Chao Diva do to get the best possible outcome to the situation? So what you can do, cool. Then they won't have much to go after. They will look into it at least. But if you don't have anything that you bought on credit or any stuff like that, that's fine. They'll just have to find a different avenue. The best way forward, or the way of less damage, let's say, we have the Ace of Swords, the Nine of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles, is some sort of settlement, some sort of, okay, this happened, fine, I can't give it back. I'm willing to pay some of it back. However, we need to take into account my situation. So I don't know if it's making a plan and saying, I'll start. Yeah, it looks like they're really gunning for you. But I don't know if it's coming up with a plan, a payment plan of sorts, where you agree on the amount, you agree on the payment plan, but you also agree that it starts after you have a steady job. They refused, bastards. Okay. Can you, well, you can't sue them back, but it's like get some sort of legal representation where they can say, well, actually, she did this, she offered this, and that was refused, and have them mediate that. Can that, I don't know how it works. Is that an option? Let's see. Advice on how to deal with this, to be done with the situation. So what do they want then? They want more, is what I heard. Oh, and they want more than what the car was worth, because I heard they want more. I would get, God, I hope not. But you know how they are. I would get, speak to an attorney or a legal advisor. I feel like if you had something to prove that you've gone to an attorney, like, okay, you know what, I'm willing to fight this, and you have like a letter or something, they would back off a little bit and be like, okay, let's work with you. I feel like they're still in the process of trying to intimidate you, and they're still in the process of trying to bully you to give them exactly what they're asking for, because they see that you're by yourself. If that makes sense. So if you were to have a conversation with the legal representative and be like, look, I'm willing to fight you on this, they would back down and try to meet you in the middle. In other words, not go for the full amount. Okay, so try to meet you in the middle in terms of, okay, what can you do? All right. So I feel like if you were to get yourself some backup, some like legal backup, that would change the tone. Because I do see that they're really like trying to bully you and trying to push you. So again, if it's, I feel like that what I hear and see is like citizens advice, that sort of thing, where you can go in with a legal situation and someone gives you advice like for free, as it were, you know what I mean? Or at least points you in the right direction, or tells you, oh, yeah, we've dealt with this before. This is what they did. Try that. Something along those lines is what I see. Okay. So not necessarily going out and putting a lawyer on retainer. Yeah. Or mediation. If you go to court, they're gonna, I'm telling you, well, you see what they're doing. But if you at least show them, look, seriously, people, I'm willing to work with you here, but we're going to have to understand each other. So mediation is one way to do it. At court, I don't know what else is entailed with that, but I know you have rights in the situation as well. So if it's a matter of stop trying to push me, this isn't happening, I'm going to get a lawyer or something along those lines, they will back off and try to meet you in the middle. I do hear that question. Okay, fine. What can you do? So someone getting very frustrated with the fact that they can't continue to bully you and they can't continue to push you and they're not going to get what they want out of you. And so they give up on that and they say, fine, what can you do? September, yeah, I see the time of Virgo with the Queen of Pentacles and the Hierophant, yeah, and the Nine of Pentacles. So in the meantime, prepare yourself, get some advice, and just put together some sort of a response, okay, to their case, if that makes sense. Exactly. But they're gonna bully you into thinking that yes, they can. You know what I mean? They're gonna bully you into thinking, oh my God, I do have to sell my kidney. Okay. So if you put your foot down and be like, seriously, I talked to some people, I know my rights, this is what I can do. Yeah. And I feel like if you are in front of a judge, if you do get to court, I feel like that's going to work better for you than them. They're trying to make it so that they don't actually have to get to court just to threaten you. Because if you do get to court, I do feel like mediation is very, very strong, a strong option. And they don't want the mediation. They want to bully you into giving them as much as they can get. Okay. So if you prepare yourself, by the time you get to court, it will come down to mediation. That's just the bottom line. Okay, so decide what you want to do. But either way, I would still talk to someone just for information, you know, because it's useful in these kinds of situations. So I hope that helps. You're very, very welcome. Okay, what other legal situations are going on? Okay, people taken to court. I hear wrongfully, people taken to court wrongfully or being accused of something they didn't do. Let's see that. I do see, so if someone was wrongfully accused of something, take the other party to court because you're going to get a settlement. For others waiting for a settlement, it's coming. I feel like there were offers made and it was below what you were asking for and there was some negotiation going back and forth. They will give you something that is their highest offer in order to be done with this case. Okay, however that makes sense, however that resonates. Thanks for offering information, Miriam. Hopefully you can help each other. Okay. Don't know what that was about. Okay. Right. Anyone else can think of like legal situations that, let's say, most people would be dealing with or interested in, so that when I do the question and do the answer, as it were, it could benefit multiple people. I can't think of any other questions. Let's do a collective reading for everyone in the room. Okay, what do you want to know, Miriam? Drug charges. Okay. So let's see, the situation with drug charges, let's just say drug charges, whatever, however, what's the situation and where is it headed for people dealing with that? With that, so you can see, the addiction energy there with the devil and the 3 of swords. I feel like someone's going to be forced to go to, I hear rehab or jail. They're giving you a choice. Rehab or jail. If there are children involved, they're going to use that as leverage, like you either do this and this and this, or we take your children away, which is horrible, but that's what I see. But yeah, someone's going to be given a choice. If they can pay, they're going to ask for money. If it's a situation where they can't pay, they're going to be given the choice of rehab or jail or rehab or take kids away. Okay. Starting an LLC for business. Okay. Let's see. Advice for people trying to start an LLC for a business. I feel like there's loads of ways about it, but what I hear is you're going to have to spend some money. Also, don't cut corners. So, it's Justice card. It's a good idea. The way to do it is you're advised, as it were, people who are trying to do this, to speak to someone, whether it's an accountant, a financial advisor. Even if you don't actually put them on retainer, you at least ask, what is it that we need for this? It can also be like a government representative. I feel like with the 7 of Swords, trying to overlook certain things or kind of gloss over other things or be like, toe the line, however that makes sense, that's not going to go well. Okay? So with the Strength card, this is about you have to do things properly from the get-go. And don't look, if you're trying to do something shady or not declare everything fully or that kind of thing, okay, with the 7 of Swords and the Moon card, keep things hidden at however that is, or keep money, not declare the full amount that you're making or stuff like that. It will be brought to light, and with the Justice card there, it's not going to go well, okay? But I do see that as a really good idea, a home-based business or online business, or manufacturing, making things. Services of any kind. I don't know how that makes sense. Services of any kind. I also see things to do with like classes, courses, how-to videos, workout stuff. Working from home, it's a good idea. You will have to make an initial investment though, whether it's to pay someone to set it up for you and get it going, or to pay for a website. Even though I feel like I think there's loads where you can do that by yourself. However, if you want like the full functionality, you still have to pay something, you know, whether it's a subscription or something. There's still an investment to be made. If you're talking to someone telling you, no, you don't have to pay anything, do not listen to that person. They're going to get you in trouble. Okay. If you're talking to someone that tells you, oh, leave it to me, I know a way to do it that's absolutely free, there's no such thing, they're going to get you in trouble. Okay. But it is a really, really good idea, and it would be lucrative. You just have to make sure that you set it up properly from the get-go, and it will be very, very lucrative. So hopefully that makes sense. Let's look at Miriam's question. Been in prison for 3 years and still has 7 years to go, but I heard they let them out before time. So you want to know if he's going to be let out before the 7 years is out, Miriam? They might take like a couple of years off his sentence, is what I hear. So instead of 7, he might still be in there for 5. I hear leniency. So I don't know. I'm not even going to pretend to know how the legal system works in America, especially when it comes to jails and that kind of thing. But there's asking for leniency. A judge or someone else putting a case together. I don't know if it's to do with, there's all sorts of reasons where, you know, saying someone was imprisoned for the wrong reason, or the amount of time they were imprisoned for doesn't justify the crime, or something along those lines, where someone comes up with a different angle and see as a result, and it's like a couple of years off the sentence. It's not, if it's something coming up right very, very soon, where they're trying to ask for a reduced sentence, it's not going to be approved. But like in the next couple of months, if there's anything like that coming up, it might not be approved. Yeah. I feel like he needs to take action, or if you could do this for him, where you are emailing people or asking people to look at his case, or asking people to put their input, okay, if that makes sense, on how to get a reduced sentence. That's a good way forward. Okay, there's a woman that's going to come in, take his case and work on it, so that at least 2 years off the sentence, I hear. Okay, she's going to get this. It can happen within this year. When is this woman coming in? Ace of Pentacles. It can happen during this year, during the time of Gemini. It's someone who's done this before, so I taking on people's cases and getting leniency or getting sentences reduced. But you have to reach out to her, or you have to start reaching out to people to get to her. Okay? So hopefully that helps, Miriam. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to do like a collective, and then I'll I'll leave it at that, okay? So let's see, collective, legal situation, and advice for the collective. Everyone in the room and whoever watches afterwards. Legal situation and advice. What's the legal situation? Advice. Okay. So the legal situation, it can be something to do with insurance claim or testament. So what is that? Inheritance? I'm sorry, I'm tired. If someone's hesitating taking someone to court, but they feel like they should, this is saying listen to your intuition and take that person to court. For others of you, there might be, if you're waiting to hear back, if you have reached out to someone about taking on your case, or you're going to do that very, very soon, I do feel like you're going to have good news with that. You might have to search a little bit or send multiple emails, but you're going to have good news in the end of this person coming in and helping you, especially to do with inheritance matters or divorce settlements. Okay. I also feel like you need to change your approach in terms of how you find someone to help. Because the either if you're feeling like there's no option, or if you're feeling like you're on your own, that needs to change. You need to really open your eyes and look at all the options available to you, and then reach out to people, because that is going to be the turning point, okay, in getting that legal victory, which is, you know, what this is all about with the Ace of Swords. But it needs some digging, it needs some searching, and it needs people to follow their intuition with the Moon card and the Judgment card. So if you feel like, oh my God, I should take him to court or take her to court, but then your mind comes in and be like, okay, but I can't, but what if that, and what if that, and blah, blah, blah. Or, you know, they're trying to make it like, oh, it's not that serious, what you're talking about, you're exaggerating, but you feel like you should do it. If you feel like something isn't right, isn't fair, or illegal, or immoral, and you're like, someone should do something about this, speak about it, make it public, because then other people will reach out to you and take that on, okay, whatever the case is, if that makes sense. Oh, cool. So he got 12 years for the crime to incur the crime enhancement. He graduated from high school and doing classes. So he got term cut off. You're very welcome, Miriam. So again, I feel like it's the same situation. I feel like there's someone, you can reach out to someone or start talking to people about how to get a sentence reduced for someone, because you'll be pointed in the right direction until eventually you get to this woman who knows her stuff. She's very good at what she does. She knows the law. She's on top of it. And she's a very big advocate for things being done fairly and for people getting the right sentence, okay? Getting what they deserve, nothing more, nothing less. And then she will take this on and get that sentence reduced even further, okay? If that makes sense. Okay, guys and girls. I'm going to leave it here. I hope this was useful in some way. I don't know if anyone has time to go back, rewatch, and do timestamps for the particular types of questions that we asked. If you could, that'd be great. Because it did turn into a particularly long video, didn't it? But I hope it helps. And stay tuned so I can get some time to rest. I'm really, really happy to hear that, Queen of Forces. Get some rest and do more videos, okay? And I'm gonna do, you're very welcome, ladies. I'm gonna do just different types. I'll see what I can come up with. I'm always thinking about what would help like more people, not just a handful or something, you know. So, but yeah, stay tuned for more videos, guys, and thank you so much for the support. I really, really appreciate it. Okay, I'll leave it there. Have a great evening or morning or afternoon, wherever you are. And I'll see you in the next video. All right? Bye for now.